Previously, on the One-Eyed Film Podcast.
Leave a comment if you have a preference.
Comment your favorite type of tree down in the comments.
You put things in words. You put
Better than you, I guess.
I know. That's my point. Is you do it better than me.
I went with the classic. Look at this picture of us here.
Yeah.
What's up with Pa Kent?
I saw a meme that said, "No, my invincible and superpowered son, don't try and save me."
Yeah, it's like
you can't stand this
what?
tornado. That'd be very
keep going.
powerful if he leaned into his parents' desire for him to have a harem and.
Dude, I did not expect to hear the word harem that many times in a Superman movie.
Are you watching closely?
I'm trying to hit the thoughts that I didn't hit in my review because it's not a review. We can kind of start going through. Actually, no, I'm going to do that after.
Should we get controversial yet?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
we're going to get controversial.
So,
what did I message you?
what I was about to say.
Well, two things. There's kind of
Seth
two.
and-
There's two aspects to it.
Can I introduce it?
Go ahead.
Seth and I both obviously uphold biblical or conservative biblical values. But
But
watching conservatives crash out over Superman has been hilarious.
I thought you were going to say disappointing, but yes, it's been hilarious.
Seeing, the funniest part is like not even the content of the movie. It's a quote from like James Gunn and a quote from David Cornsweet.
Watch the movie before crashing out, at least.
Fox News and Ben Shapiro and former Superman actor Dean Cain
Yeah.
have all been so harsh on this movie they haven't even seen. Because of one quote from James Gunn, practically. And it's not even a quote that like I really disagree with.
Yeah, it's hard. I don't want to dig our grave here. I think there's a big difference between the real issue
Yeah,
of immigration and the story of Superman.
there is.
And it's not like he. There's a lot of details you could go into. Like he didn't choose to come to Earth.
No.
He's choosing to do good. And yeah, that's. I don't know. Superman has just gotten very political in multiple ways. Trump posted a picture of him photoshopped into the lookup poster, which is the more you look at it, the weirder it gets. Because it's the same Superman from the waist down. Then it's not the same Superman. They kept the leggings of David Cornsweet, but they replaced the top half. It would have been way easier to replace the head, but they put the old logo on his emblem chest and then Trump's face and posted the symbol of that wasn't Truth Social. That was the White House on Twitter. A symbol of hope, truth, justice,
Instagram too.
and the American way, Superman Trump. And it's just
Whoever runs the White House page, maybe we're digging ourselves a hole here.
we are.
But
Whoever
whoever runs the White House page needs to stop.
we are
That's what I say.
we try so hard to be apolitical here.
Yeah.
Just for our audience.
And I feel like
sake.
I feel like it's better when we're criticizing our own side. See, I don't want this to turn too political anyway, but there was that one they did for Star Wars Day. Did you see one they did
I
for
think I
Star Wars?
remember that.
Where he's got a red lightsaber,
Yeah, they haven't
And
watched
they-
the movies.
and then like after his inauguration, they had this post of like a Time. We're supposed to look at Time magazine, where there's a picture of him with a crown on and said "Long live the King." A lot of people took. I mean, I take issue with that. It's
Yeah.
like don't call him a
Exactly.
king. Don't call him a king. Anyway,
On that note,
if you're the admin of the White House social
listen.
media,
You listen.
Stop. No more memes. Keep it serious, please. You don't know what you're doing.
the other part that's political, that's
Yeah.
gotten political about Superman, is I put this in the Discord.
I think it just sent to me.
No, it was what's his name? Stuckman, the reviewer. I forgot his first name. He's very left-leaning, which is fine. I don't watch his stuff, but I was curious on what he had to say. And he used the term, Superman communicates everything that is good about Superman, truth, justice, and the human way. And I was like, well, obviously everyone knows that it's the American way, but what if it's not in this case? What if the American way has changed? And the whole point of the Superman movie is the human way. You know, that's a literal talking point and plot point in the movie where he's like, I don't care about politics. I just needed to save people because that's all that I care about.
Yeah.
That's great. I love that plot point in the movie. And I'm wondering if that's the new catchphrase is truth, justice, and the human way, just because comics have gotten so much bigger. Obviously, it was the thing that Superman was created with because it was an American comic. Here's the thing. It's the thing that Superman was created with in America for American comics. It makes total sense. And it's been just a part of him.
Yeah.
And as movies have gone international and it kind of goes into like our comparison or our problem with Anthony Mackie saying Captain America is more than just American. That's different because it's Captain America. Superman, yes, he has American colors, but he's also an internationally known figure. And the point of the movie was that he's not for any one government. And that's a good thing, in my opinion, to write.
Part of what Mackie was trying to say is that Captain America represents the ideal of what America should be rather than what America is.
Yes.
Which is something I agree with.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I would say that Chris Stuckman's review of saying it that way is probably to be more universalist, but I also don't agree that I agree with you. Here's what I'm saying.
Okay.
It's not how America is, it's what America should be and was intended to be in my argument. I just saw this from Brad Meltzer, not related to Eugene, from the Smithsonian Magazine. Right now, we need the American way part of Superman, the hope, kindness, and empathy that is at the core of the character, more than ever. Look around. We're starving for Superman and his version of the American way. If you think the American way part is about superiority, cruelty, or dominance, you're missing the whole point of Superman in the comic books. And I think that's what you just said. It's the ideal American way, not necessarily reflecting.
But I think it's hard, because everyone's got their own version, I can think, of what the American way is.
Yeah.
And I think if you were to look at America right now, outside looking in, I don't think you'd have a very high perception of America.
Or inside looking in. Sometimes.
So I would say I don't mind as much that they're stepping away from the American way in his catchphrase.
For the sake of marketing. And I think that's why they did it, truly, but
I think there's better ways. I think saying like truth, justice, and a better tomorrow would almost be a better way to say it if you're gonna update it. I mean, he doesn't say it at all because it would be very cheesy to say. It's kind of a cheesy line.
Yeah, but I suppose even saying the human way, looking at it as a Christian, is counterproductive because we don't see humans as good. We are morally corrupt, but still, it's I don't know. You can find a problem with that too. Is my thing.
And like here's a question going along with this: is Superman? Does he still need to be a strictly American hero?
True.
Because I think his priorities go beyond like the best interests of the American government. As we saw in this movie, that's a big plot point too in Superman and Lois, where you like see him go to other countries to like save people, and then the director,
definitely not Israel and definitely not Palestine.
Yeah, in Superman.
That's what somebody said in a review. Yeah. It's pretty obvious.
Well, this was written like 3 years ago though.
That's true, but they've always been at conflict. It's
true.
Not like this is something new.
Yeah, it's crazy in like Superman and Lois. You like see him like even like save a North Korean sub that malfunctioned and bring it to shore. Oh. Yeah.
I think that would be a lot more impactful. Did they say North Korea in the show?
Yeah, I think they even said North Korea. Wow.
I mean, it's not like...
I'm pretty sure they did.
There's a lot of things that are said against North Korea. It's not like Kim Jong-un is going to find out and be mad about it. But if that happened, that would be a real show of the American way. He just wants to stop war, even if it's against... Even if he's saving the worst people.
Yeah.
So...
See, I think
Sorry, I shouldn't say the worst people. I'm sure there are nice people in North Korea that are following their orders. And it's unfortunate.
we're digging
We
ourselves.
are
in such a
digging
hole.
our hole.
Dig a tunnel.
Let's
dig,
get out
dig
of
a
this hole
tunnel.
quick. Do you have anything else?
I was
about
going to say about that. I mean, it's in that scene. It's when he gets back to the DOD afterwards, because the DOD, the Department of Defense plays a big role in Superman and Lois.
Okay.
Lois Lane's dad is the director of it for most of it.
Yeah.
But in this season where that happens, it's a different guy. Doesn't like Superman as much. And he's like, well, you at least could have brought it to American soil.
Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting to see this like collision of like, kind of like what America is and what America should be.
Yeah.
I feel like kind of is the clash between Superman and the American government. So
That seems to be a pretty consistent theme, even like in Man of Steel, where they take him in and say, that was kind of the era of what does the government have to do with these superheroes, with like Civil War as well, trying to get a hold of it. And that's an interesting story. Sometimes it's too real, but sometimes it's a good concept that we don't get to deal with right now in our real world.
But anyway, I guess to transition out of the controversial right now, Superman isn't woke.
Nope.
Don't listen to Fox News or Ben Shapiro about this, or Dean Cain, even though he's a former Superman actor.
Watch movies before you form opinions.
Yes.
Even though I definitely form my opinions before watching a lot of movies.
I feel like too, unless Hollywood really goes south, if you take offense to a Superman movie, I think there's more wrong with you.
You take offense at Man of Steel.
I don't take offense to Man of Steel.
Okay.
It's different than there's a difference between like not liking a movie and taking offense to it.
Sure. Actively saying don't watch this or something.
Yeah, or if you're somehow offended by its content, I would say.
Well, don't just universally say that. It has to actually be worthy. But I agree that this Superman movie is very wholesome.
Yeah,
It's
feel good movie, as Ellie said.
Feel good movie, borderline family movie. There's swearing, but there's a lot of lightheartedness.
Yeah,
and not taking things seriously, and that's fun.
I mean, without the swearing, I mean, I don't think any of like the violence or the action is much worse than like the Spider-Verse movie. So I think it easily could have been PG.
Yeah, a lot of movies could have been PG.
Yeah,
I think the one thing would have been the headshot that I told you. That might be something.
Yeah,
You'd
that
have to
was
change the
more
story,
important to plot.
but change the rest of the words to frick,
Heck
darn,
and
frick, darn, and
darn.
gosh, and you'd be fine.
What the hey?
That's part of it. Is like
Yeah.
he says, "What the hey, dude," and he's trying. It's like Clark is.
He's such a
sorry, Kal-El.
charming-
I've been trying to think of calling him Kal-El because that's his character's name. Truly.
Well, some could argue Clark is who he truly is, which is kind of the point of the movie.
I laugh, I cry, I breathe.
It moved me, Bob. Oh wait, no.
Huh?
I thought you were going, I laughed, I cried, it moved me, Bob.
I laughed, I cried, it moved me, Bob.
When was that? What was that from? The VeggieTales. Yeah, sorry.
I thought that's what you were going with.
No, I was trying to do his very emotional quote at the end.
They've always been wrong about me. I get scared, but that is being human, and that's my greatest strength.
Dude, that's...
Okay, before we finish off talking about Superman,
Whoa, we're
This
almost
might-
done talking about Superman?
we're at almost an hour of recording, dude.
Crazy.
This might be a me problem. One, they've been marketing this movie like crazy.
Yeah.
You've seen it. I know you have. There's a Build-A-Bear Superman. They've partnered with everybody, which is fine. Market how you want. Something that the Critical Drinker said in one of his live streams is that he had Superman fatigue before the movie even came out. And I understood that. I was excited. He wasn't. Whatever. But it felt like you had seen most of the movie by the time it actually came around. And so I felt this with Dead Reckoning as well, where I felt like I had seen the most important parts already.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's just me being chronically online. I don't know where that balance is of like, are you showing off too much of it versus letting people be surprised somewhat? I don't know. That's something I felt as like, some of the wow was gone for me, and that's my own fault partially.
I feel like with the with what wasn't in the marketing, I feel like there were only like 2 surprises in the film. And I feel like one was underwhelming.
You can spoil it. Like, we're still in spoiler territory.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Ultraman being a clone, kind of underwhelming.
I wanted it to be Cavill. Really bad.
That would have been so cheesy, though.
But I wanted it.
Anyway.
And you're saying the rest of the movie's not cheesy?
Fair point. I know, clones are a big part of the Superman lore.
Maybe it was too big for their first movie.
Was too what?
Too big. Like, just to say, oh, there's a clone of you. Surprise.
Yeah, that was kind of just like, I mean, I know that's kind of like a lot of what James Gunn was trying to do, is just kind of like, oh, this exists.
Yeah.
Which has been, rather than having to establish everything like some comic book films do.
Yep.
But I think it was also just underwhelming. I feel like clones are kind of cliche. And, because Superboy's a clone, so maybe they're leading into that.
Would you have rather it be an actual Bizarro, not a clone, or like somebody said Lobo? You heard that in the 2 weeks ago.
That would have made no sense.
I know, but it looked like Lobo in the trailer.
Yeah.
And I proved it when I brought up the picture in the Nolan Bros episode. But I don't know.
I would have preferred to be someone like Metallo, like I was saying.
Yeah.
Maybe he wouldn't have done it since he's more of an obscure character, but
Sure.
I think I feel like I'm repeating what I said in the Nolan Bros episode, but James Gunn is not scared of obscure characters.
It's true.
So,
Yep.
I think having a cyborg with a kryptonite heart could have been interesting, more interesting than a clone.
Yeah.
But so there was that surprise that was underwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
The second surprise in the movie was we kind of all expected it to happen.
I don't think I did.
Supergirl?
Yeah.
Showing up at the end?
Yeah.
Oh.
I was pleasantly surprised.
Oh, okay.
I did not expect that.
I
It makes sense
you knew
because-
you knew there was a chance.
I didn't think about it myself. If you had brought it up, I would have said, yeah, that makes sense, because she was already cast. Her movie's coming out next year, I think. And it makes sense that she'd just show up for one day, put on the suit, and say a couple lines.
Yeah.
It's not that big of a deal. And it was a pleasant surprise. So, yeah. That was
And I
fun.
feel like from that one scene, we kind of already know what the arc of her movie's going to be.
Like growing up and
Yeah,
maturity.
maturing.
Yeah.
So,
I'd like to see them bounce off each other more. I'm sure David will show up in her movie, and then maybe they'll have a team-up movie or something. That'd be fun.
I think part of the purpose of Superman was just to set up as much of a foundation for his universe as he can.
And I think that was its downfall, because it seems very bloated still.
got crowded,
We thought that
yeah.
when we saw the trailer, and there's still a lot of characters.
I think they're all given something to do.
True.
but It's still bloated.
That was the hard part for watching the whole thing.
And it's interesting too, because so there was the character of the engineer, and because I think James Gunn's original plan, and I think it's on the back burner right now, is to do a movie about a team from the comics called The Authority, which is a team of anti-heroes. I think part of what he's said about it is he wants it to feel different enough from The Boys, because I feel like that's kind of a lot what The Authority are.
Yeah.
So I think that's the reason it's on the back burner right now, to make it stand out more from that.
Yeah.
But they kind of still retconned her origin, being more of one of Lex's experiments when the characters have no connection in the comics.
Yeah.
So I'm almost wondering if they're completely backing down from that, and was just an experiment from Lex. So, I mean, we'll see what happens there. I don't
think
really see the appeal in The Authority. So.
Yeah. I think we're getting to the point where we're actually talking about the future of DC, where we are in 2025 for us to listen back on.
So if you didn't go see Superman first, I guess you can
Welcome
pick up
back.
right now. Even though I really hope you watch Superman first,
Yeah.
because it's a good movie.
Okay, so listing the things that we talked about last year, which was more October because I had the idea late and we didn't quite get it to the summer.
So, sorry, but should we say just final thoughts for Superman real quick?
Very quick.
Or criticisms too.
Sure. Very quick.
You start. Do you have anything else to say about Superman?
No. I think I've made it clear.
Okay.
And if you actually care about my opinion at all, I assume that's why you're listening to this podcast.
Follows Letterboxd.
Or Letterboxd or Discord. So we'll keep talking about it.
I think another issue was the pacing.
Okay.
I think it moved really fast with not enough moments to breathe.
Sure. Because it had to cram so much in.
Yeah. I'm actually going to round 2 today. So
Oh, all right.
a couple hours here.
Fun.
So I'll see if I still think that after a second time. But it was a very fast movie.
Yeah.
It was fast.
Yeah.
So I think they could have slowed down there. But again, I think James Gunn really focuses on story in his movies, but I think he was also concerned with setting the groundwork for the universe as a whole. So I think that's why we kind of see, that's why it was bloated and rushed, is just kind of to do as much as he can while still having a good Superman movie. But overall, thought the movie was great. As someone who grew up watching the cartoons, this is really like the Superman movie I've been waiting to see for a long time.
Yeah.
And I think it's cool to have a modern Superman movie that like kids can look up to.
Yeah.
Because I don't think they had that with Man of Steel at all. And so, and Superman's been a beloved character of mine for a long time, and I feel like this is, seeing him on the, I mean, this is the first Superman movie I saw in theaters.
Wow.
Superman's the first one you saw in theaters.
Yeah, I didn't see Man of Steel in theaters.
So, I mean, seeing this like Superman movie that really focuses on who the character is really meant to be, super cool to see.
Yep.
And I'm excited to see more of him, see more of the universe, as we talked about now.
Well, I think I do have thoughts
Ah.
to finish up. I said I was concerned about Gunn actually having a hand
Yeah.
in this movie because it felt very Gunnian, if that's going to become a term.
We did feel Gunnian.
But I don't think anyone else could have done it better.
No.
Only because it has to set up so much.
Yeah.
And you brought up that point that it has to kickstart and be a diving board for everything else.
Mm-hmm.
He did it well. He did it the way he wanted it. I think in the future he's going to step back and let people direct their movies. But yeah, it needed to be big, and it was. And with all the criticisms, it's still fun, and that's ultimately the point. You can see a terrible movie, you can enjoy it, and that's what matters. And if you
Calling
see
it a
it,
terrible movie?
no, I'm saying
okay.
you didn't let me finish the second
Sorry.
part. Or you could see a good movie with a few flaws
Yeah.
and also enjoy it. So it's all about opinion.
Oh, yeah.
Believe it or not. If you share a different opinion with somebody, that doesn't mean they're wrong.
You're wrong. Anyway.
Okay. What we said last year.
Oh, it also surpassed Man of Steel's opening weekend.
I did not look at the box office, but I did because it's Sunday. Superman is number 13 as of opening weekend, 217 million worldwide. It's already made more than Snow White. I think
I sent you a post a while back of like mile markers that Superman needs to has to be successful. I should look for that.
Another thing is that the character or the actors got paid a lot less than I would have thought.
Yeah, Nicholas Hoult was the highest paid actor.
He's the only one I knew going into it about a year or two ago. But
True.
I don't think this is going to be a Billy movie. Lilo and Stitch is
You don't
almost
think?
at $1 billion. Minecraft movie's almost at $1 billion.
You don't think it's gonna reach $1 billion?
No, not with a 217 million opening weekend. You got to get probably at least 50% of your box office earnings in the first weekend, and then it tapers off after that. Second weekend might. I think the Minecraft movie had a big second weekend because of the memes, but. So what? Rapid fire, because I really want to get to the other stuff.
All right. The 4 milestones from this post, which I mean are just kind of decided by like this person, but I agree with them. First one says, "Let's break them down." There's a typo on the first one,
Nice.
so this is very official. To match the box office of the Batman,
Yep.
which was 772 million worldwide, about 806 million today adjusted for inflation. Outperform Man of Steel, which I feel like is an
Done.
obvious one, which was, I mean, it still needs to beat like the total. But
Oh.
Yeah.
Opening weekend. I see.
again, was about 870 million today. Ooh. We'll see if that happens.
Yep.
That's close. Be truly profitable. So it needs to make 600 to 650 million worldwide to break even, and hit the 1 billion. This one, it says
That one says
optional.
optional. I
But
remember
huge.
that. Yeah.
So,
Yep.
so
I don't think it's gonna hit $1 billion, but
you don't.
no, it's fine. Okay, what we said last year. You said specifically, I don't think we're going to get movies as good as the Batman in the DCU. You stand by that?
I mean, on Letterboxd, I actually have Superman at 4.5, and I have Batman at 5.
Okay.
I
I wasn't assuming that you think Superman is better than the Batman, but do you stand by that from October of last year or September?
I feel like I was just thinking about that the other day, and I still,
Especially now that the Batman Part 2 is announced.
yeah. I think I still believe that to be true.
Okay.
I think, was that last year when I was talking about, were we talking about Spider-Man 4 a year ago?
Probably.
That's crazy. And these movies just gotta come out. Anyway, what others? Because I remember talking about how like Spider-Man 4, you know, it's keeps shifting its release date and shifting plots
Yeah.
because of like when the movie surrounding it and everything. Thus, you know, you can't really have like there's less of a chance to have like the best Spider-Man movie that there can be if it has to like fit into a puzzle more or less.
Yep.
So I think that's what really made the Batman successful, is that it didn't really have to fit into a puzzle of a cinematic universe. It could just be a Batman movie. So while my opinion on whether or not Pattinson should be in the universe may have shifted, I think there would still be less of a potential for them to be, for the Batman movies to be great if they were tied into the universe. But at the same time, I think the contrast between like Gotham and Metropolis is what it should be in these two versions.
Yeah.
I think the more stark the contrast is, the better.
Yeah.
And so I would say they should do that instead of create a new Batman and everything. But I think at the same time, it would be cool to have a more comic accurate Batman. But either way, what are your thoughts?
Well, I'm just looking at your quote. I think that they should have the Batman be the first DCU
Okay.
movie officially, which they can do. Or it could just be the Incredible Hulk version again. You know how they kind of retconned not all of what happened in Incredible Hulk, but kind of just allowed it to exist, not deny that it was a part of it. I see that the same thing. I think it could work.
And then bring back the characters 20 years later.
Recording check, because I didn't expect to go over an hour.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
What?
Uh-oh.
What's uh-oh?
We don't have it.
How long ago did we stop recording, Seth?
Well, we have the audio. And welcome back to the video. I don't know when that went down, but yeah, I need to make sure I have enough storage.
So
We're finishing up though.
what are they? Let's just like put. You're just gonna see the picture of Seth, Will, and I looking up when we're not.
Well, I kind of
There's
want.
no video.
You remember when Will didn't have a video?
Oh,
I think
no.
I should do the talking mouth if I have enough time to just have a. Anyways, Superman Legacy. I was obviously made aware that Superman Legacy was renamed Superman. Do you think it still could have been named Superman Legacy? I say no, because I don't see any legacy talked about in the movie.
Well, yeah. I mean, is he gonna be is he gonna live the legacy of his birth parents or his adopted parents? I think legacy still plays a huge role in that sense.
I see that. I think that's a stretch to fit the working title. Yeah, it's the dog's howling again.
Anyway,
You guys can't hear it. I think that's really stuffing it into a box. That
it's so loud.
I think it's really stuffing it into a box and making it fit.
Yeah.
I understand it could. It's not the best title, and in retrospect,
I think it makes sense to me
okay,
why it was going to be called Legacy.
sure.
If this is the same script that it was back then,
Yeah.
which who knows. But
Well, we're past the spoilers part, so we shouldn't dive into that more. Anyways, that's just something we talked about. You talked about like the jackets that the Justice Gang were wearing being sponsored by Maxwell Lord.
yeah, I expected that to be.
That could have been a plot point of like
I think it still will
Superman. That'd be the Civil War thing.
Yeah.
The Captain America Civil War. Are you for the government? Are you controlled versus are you free ranger? That just wasn't talked about at all.
Mm-hmm.
And Maxwell Lord barely showed up.
He's in one scene.
He showed up like he was a
Celebrity.
celebrity. I was gonna say like he's Stan Lee. Like it was that brief of a cameo that it's
Yeah.
like, it's the guy from The Thing. Which
That's his brother.
Ellie says that because she watched Gilmore Girls a lot. Like that was her show.
Oh, he's in Gilmore
And
Girls,
she's
isn't
like,
he?
oh, it's Sean.
Sean
but-
Gunn.
Yeah. Anyways.
So I don't. It's going to be interesting to see where they pick up, because I think that definitely will still be a plot point down the line.
Sure.
I don't see it not being something. But
Yeah. Yep. We questioned the casting, if the casting was good for Gunn and for the movie. I think
Oh, the casting was like the best part of the
I
movie.
think the casting was nailed.
Maybe not the best. I mean,
We were
one of the best parts. Yeah.
we were concerned about the amount of people, and we were right about that.
Yeah.
But I think they all played their part well, and some people just could be the next RDJ. I think David Cornsweet is made for the role of Superman. Lois and Rachel Brosnahan,
Nicholas Hoult.
they all did really well.
Yeah.
And it'd be interesting in like 20 years when they end up rebooting the whole thing all over again to see if anyone new comes up. And there's going to be, new people are going to come up in 20 years. It's not like you're stuck with these
Yeah.
people forever and ever, but
I mean, in my review for the movie, I said I could list standouts, but I don't know who I wouldn't say.
because they're all standing out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jimmy
That's-
Olsen was great too.
Yeah.
They.
I don't know how he thought that he was.
That's funny. Yeah, that's a funny story.
He said that he thought that he was.
He glossed over the emails. So
The audition was for Superman,
Yeah.
but it was for the Superman movie, not for the character. And I don't know. It'd be really funny to see Skylar as a Superman, which
Yeah.
is I don't know if you. Yeah. He's,
you know what? I think we should just have this whole episode be a spoiler warning.
maybe. I mean, I already crossed out the time stamp
Yeah,
right here, but
we already. So let's just keep talking spoilers. We'll put spoiler warnings on all the reels.
more work for me.
More work for Seth to do. You should do like a 3-second timer just so people like can scroll away in time.
Sure.
That was my sister. When you did Daredevil Born Again, my sister didn't kind of wish there would have been more of a spoiler warning on that.
Sorry.
It was kind
Emma.
of late, so that's part of it's on her. But
Yeah.
anyway, what was I saying?
Skylar?
Yeah, seeing kind of the subversion of expectations there with him kind of being this ladies' man was not something I was expecting going into the movie.
Yeah. I think that's it. That is his superpower.
Yeah.
Maybe he's a metahuman and he doesn't know it.
Riz.
I get that they needed that for. I just remember her being called E. I forgot her.
Eve?
Eve. Okay,
Yeah.
that's why. It's because I'm dumb. It's fine that he had a relationship with her and was kind of in the shadows about it.
Yeah.
But the part that made it weird was the two girls in the Daily Planet being like, "Ooh, it's Jimmy over there," and that made it even weirder. Which makes it seem like he has some sort of Riz superpower, which I hate that those words just came out of my
Well,
mouth.
it's funny because it's like it seems like something that he's not even like doing like intentionally.
Yeah,
most of the
he
time,
seems
which
confused about it.
He's just like, why do girls crowd around me like that?
Yeah.
And I'm excited of the potential of him getting his own series because there's been like popular comics surrounding Jimmy. I want to read some of them.
That'd be
but
fun.
I think there's, because kind of like a normal guy in a super world type of thing, and having that be like
Maybe he's not a
Comedy.
normal guy in a super world.
I don't think he actually has Riz powers. So.
Okay, last thing for our
Last?
2025.
Oh, my last one.
There are no new trailers for anything.
No.
They are taking it slow. I think that's a good approach to just do one thing at a time. And I don't even know what more we know. Batman Part 2 has a script that's finished, finally. He stopped procrastinating.
Clayface.
Yeah,
I don't think we were talking about Clayface
You
last
tell
year.
me. You tell me about Clayface. I don't know about Clayface.
Dynamic duo.
We knew that. We knew about Dynamic Duo.
Oh, we did.
But I haven't known...
There's been no updates on
Okay.
that.
There you go.
There's going to be a Clayface movie before we even get a Batman movie in the universe.
I think he said something about the style of the Clayface
It's going to be like a R-rated body horror movie.
Oh, it was body horror, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. I don't know how that's going to work because I thought he was just Clay.
So, we'll see. I mean, because Gunn never cast a movie before the script is done. Done, one, spun.
Script's got to be Gunn.
Yeah. And I think he's kind of, I mean, he's not directing every movie, but he's involved with every movie, and I think he's kind of setting that expectation and rule on all of them. So I think if the Batman script is done by the time Clayface comes out, we could see our first appearance from Batman in that, but
Yeah. I mean,
it's still
Dynamic Duo is Elseworlds.
yes, I
But
believe
so is the Batman, which means on paper, we still don't have a DCU Batman.
Well, we've seen him once.
In Creature Commandos.
Yes, which is canon.
Yes, but it's just a silhouette. And people are like, oh, it looks like Battinson. Maybe Battinson just
mean Batfleck?
looked... Yeah, sorry. He looks like Batfleck. Maybe Batfleck was just a good physical shape for Batman. Even though I don't think so. I think he needs to be more nimble like Pattinson is. But it definitely looked more hunky. Which, who cares? Like,
And again, that can be changed, but...
And cartoons aren't exact. They're supposed to be dramatically big and larger than life. Like
Rick
having
Flag senior hair in
I was
that.
just gonna say they couldn't even bother to give Flag a white hair.
Yeah. Did you see him get asked about that?
No.
It said it was just because he had other projects he was working on that his hair wasn't white. So
You should CGI it white, just like they did with Man of Steel.
no.
Okay. What else do we know about for the future for us to look back on? Because, yeah, I'm not even gonna listen to the whole episode in 2026. I'm just gonna listen to this last 10 minutes and just we don't know anything is the short of it.
Yeah, I mean, it was interesting that there were no like big reveals in the post-credit scenes.
Yeah. What was the middle one? I forgot.
That was just him looking at the Earth. It was
Oh,
like a
from the moon.
shot.
Yeah, that's right. And
It's
then
kinda cool.
the post credits was him with Mr. Terrific. That's funny. That was a very funny post credit scene.
Yeah, I like that one.
I wish I wouldn't have stayed for it because Marvel has ruined post credit scenes. Like they're fun, but I would rather just leave and look them up online.
See, I think, the original purpose of post-credit scenes, I think before Marvel, was to be like a little treat for the people who stayed for the whole thing.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of glad that's what Gunn's doing, because I think
But I would have rather that be the standard than we might reveal the next massive villain like Thanos. I don't know. I don't freaking know. I just get annoyed sometimes.
Have you seen people talk about how the last post-credit scene might have been kind of meta?
Oh, like fixing and things don't really line up, and
Yeah.
I get that.
About how
I see
it's not perfect, but it's fixed.
I see it.
Kind of James Gunn talking to the audience.
I like that. I'll take that explanation.
We're jumping around a lot here too, but
Yep.
I heard someone describe David Cornsweet's performance as very Brendan Fraser.
Yeah.
And you can definitely see it.
Yeah.
Similar energy to like him in The Mummy.
I still love the meme that's like me when my arch nemesis who throws chairs at me during spring cleaning walks in and he's like, spring cleaning.
Well. Let me guess. Spring cleaning.
Oh man, I gotta rewatch The Mummy.
All right, we're at almost an hour and a half.
Okay.
We're always,
What are we gonna?
well, we always want to talk online and we'll
seeing,
talk on Discord. If we have any other thoughts that we forgot to mention.
I think it was very like not or blink and you'll miss it, but seeing a mural of the Justice Society in the Hall of Justice is very interesting.
I missed that.
I sent you a post about it. Didn't see
If it was last night, I haven't seen it yet.
Okay. I think it was before. I don't know. Anyway. So
I
just
was surprised to see the Hall of Justice, but
that was just some small world building that I didn't expect to like kind of confirm that like Jay Garrick and Dr. Fate and these characters exist in the universe.
isn't Dr. Fate the one from Black Adam?
Yeah. What do you mean? What?
Dr. Fate is the one from
Yeah,
Black
yeah,
Adam.
it's the same character.
Yeah, so that's obviously going to be recast. I don't know.
I mean, he was
It's a
like
mess
he
right
was
now.
the best part of one of the best parts of Black Adam. He was cool.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, anyway, how else can I prolong this episode?
What is the state of DC in 2025?
Hopeful.
Hopeful. Look up. That's my balcony right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the clouds.
In the clouds. Clouds are nice. Yeah. Long short of it is we're looking forward to future things. I think 2026 is going to kick things into gear a lot more for DC.
Yeah, I think there's
Not that they're going to do more. It just, they needed to get Superman going. Now they're going to, James is going to be more free to go look at the other stuff and get those off the ground. If we do get Clayface and Supergirl next
Oh, do you know
year.
he dropped the subtitle from Supergirl too?
No.
It's just called Supergirl now. Because I think he said he has some like colons and titles like that.
Oh my
so.
gosh. Well, then don't announce them like that. Yeah. Cool. All right. We rambled long enough.
Lanterns coming out too next year. I
Oh, will
believe.
it? Is that a show?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
It's
said
gonna be on HBO
TVMA.
Max. So
Okay. Well, we'll hopefully have a lot more to talk about next year.
how can I prolong this episode? No.
The eternal outro. Deacon did it once, and it's never worked since then. Don't
Let's talk about all the Superman again.
Thank you for listening or watching.
Christopher
If
Reeve.
you're watching, you probably didn't see
Brandon Routh.
half of the movie, half of the episode. So sorry about that.
Well,
but- what?
just don't watch this episode if you haven't still watch or listen. See, this will be that little clip before we do the intro music. Stop listening now if you haven't seen Superman.
And roll the intro.
Thanks for watching, Mom.
No, the intro.
Oh,
You said it's the clip before the
Oh,
intro.
yeah.
Now we're gonna do the outro. Follow us on Discord, share this with a friend, follow us on socials, and give us 5 stars. Until next week, know that you're loved. God
thanks
bless.
for watching, Mom.
The outro is the intro. What?